Hello again everyone and welcome to another video. And wow, in the last video I said I would probably be back on Saturday morning with a bit of a review of Project Restart, but after tonight I had to go now. Incredible. Premier League returned tonight and wow, big controversy in the very first game back. So let's begin. Aston Villa 0, Sheffield United 0. Doesn't tell half the story. Villa, before the game, due to how bad we played before lockdown, I would have taken a point. I would have very much hoped for a win, but I certainly would have taken a point from this game because, to be honest, Sheffield United are a much better side than we are at the moment. But so Michael Oliver blew the whistle to get the game underway and immediately took the knee. All the players from both teams immediately followed suit. This went on for about 8 seconds and then the game got underway. All the coaching and management staff also took a knee at the side of the pitch. Very strong message put out there, backing the Black Lives Matter campaign and showing that football is united against racism. Leave your comments below about what you thought about that. I thought it was a very powerful message in my opinion. Let me know what you think. It started really well. They had created several chances. Dean Henderson in the Sheffield United goal was forced into a few decent saves. Horahan had an effort saved. Davis, McGinn, and there was a great chance for Villa from a corner that was headed back across. Davis, I think he should have scored it, but the defender put him under pressure, forcing him to head it over the bar. But then, like we said, the Premier League's back. 42 minutes. Silly free kick given away by Villa. I think Courtney Hawes just nudged someone over by the byline. Absolutely no need for it. And Ollie Norwood swung in the free kick. It was heading towards the far top corner. Neeland in the Villa goal made a bit of a hash of it. He sort of caught it, fumbled it a bit, eventually gathered it in near his post on the goal line. Excuse my phone. And Davis bundled into him and appeared to push him very close to taking the ball over the line. On my first viewing of it live, it looked extremely close. But then, of course, when Sky showed the replays, it wasn't really close. It looked like it was miles over the line. I'm saying miles, it looked comfortably over the line. Obviously, Sheffield United players charged towards the referee. Referee looked at his watch, said, no goal. He didn't get a signal. And they were adamant it had gone in. And so, no idea what happened. So it was goalless at half time. All the players were going off talking to the referee about it on the way off, saying it was clearly over the line. Obviously, he couldn't see it. The technology had let him down. Linesman didn't see it. But the one angle looked blatantly over the line. So why didn't they pick it up? But they never. So into the second half, and Villa started well again. Davis forced another good save from Henderson, and McGinn had a long-range effort that was well saved. But apart from that, there wasn't many more chances. Quite a few substitutions, taking advantage of the 5 subs. I think Villa made 4 and Sheffield United made 4 as well, I think. But Sheffield United did look fairly strong in the final 10 minutes. But finished 0-0. We take a point. I'm very happy with that. Shame we didn't win it, but very happy with a point. That could prove pivotal at the end of the season. But that controversy, 42nd minute, Hawkeye, after the game, who were in charge of the goal line technology, released a statement. And it said, during the first half of the Aston Villa v Sheffield United game at Villa Park, there was a goal line incident where the ball was carried over the line by Aston Villa goalkeeper number 25, Neeland. The match officials did not receive a signal to the watch nor earpiece as per goal decision system control. The 7 cameras located in the stands around the goal area were significantly occluded by the goalkeeper, defender and goalpost. There's only 3 things there. A goalkeeper, a defender and a goalpost. Surely that doesn't obscure all the cameras, but according to them it does. This level of occlusion has never been seen before in over 9,000 matches that the Hawkeye goal line technology system has been in operation. Incredible. Surely that's happened before, but obviously not. The system was tested and proved functional prior to the start of the match in accordance with the IFAB laws of the game and confirmed as working by the match officials. The system has remained functional throughout. Hawkeye unreservedly apologises to Premier League, Sheffield United and everybody affected by this incident. So, it wasn't working. Incredible. But then, I thought, why didn't VAR get involved? VAR have been quite quick to punish Villa in the past, along with a lot of other teams, I may say. So why, I don't understand why they didn't look at it. Surely they'd have seen it, realised there was a clear and obvious error, because it was clear and obvious. That was a goal. I'm saying that as a Villa fan, it was a goal, should have been given. But they didn't get involved. Why? So they released a statement. Well, say they released a statement. PGMOL, the Professional Game Match Officials Limited, released a statement that said, under the IFAB protocol, the VAR is able to check goal situations. However, due to the fact that the on-field match officials did not receive a signal and the unique nature of that, the VAR did not intervene. So, fair enough. I can see where they're coming from, because usually they don't get involved unless the referees miss something. As far as everybody was concerned, this technology has never failed. This is the first time anything like this has ever happened. It never failed before. So I suppose looking at it like that, I can understand why VAR didn't get involved, but very, very strange. Anyway, Chris Wilder, Sheffield United manager, after the game, I do love him. Great, he's done a great job at that club, but he's always good in interviews as well. He said, I think the goalkeeper was in the hole end when he caught it. Wasn't quite that bad, Chris, but it was over the line. I'll give you that. We went to Tottenham last year. John Lundstrom's big toe was offside, and I was hanging around in the pouring rain for 10 minutes waiting for a decision. I don't understand why I can't wait around 10 minutes in Birmingham. Fair enough. The statement has come out and it is unprecedented, unbelievable. Very, very, very unfortunate on Sheffield United, I must say. But I will also say, as a Villa fan, if that point does keep us up, I don't care. I really don't care. Sheffield United are safe. We are far from it. So Villa stay 19th. They are 1 point from safety now. Sheffield United up to 6th. They are 4 points off Chelsea in 4th, doing unbelievably well. So leave your comments and thoughts on that one. I'll be really interested to see what you think about this one. Incredible. So on to the night game. The Manchester City Arsenal game kicked off at 8:15. I had this down for a comfortable City win, probably 2-0 or so. It finished Manchester City 3, Arsenal 0. It was a fairly even first 25 minutes, I would say. But then Manchester City took over. Arsenal had a few early injuries. Granit Xhaka and Pablo Mari went off, twisted ankle, and Mari pulled up. David Luiz came on to replace him. And that seemed to be when the game started to change. There was a lot of worry when this project restart was going to take place. The reason they brought in the 5 substitutes was because they were worried about injuries, and Arsenal were the first victims of this. So, like I said, fairly even for the first 25 minutes. But then Man City took over, as they do, very good side, created lots of chances, forced lots of, well, I say lots, quite a few decent saves out of Leno in the Arsenal goal. But it looked like it was going 0-0 at half-time, but our good friend David Luiz, big error. Ball played forward by De Bruyne, and Luiz, he could have just stuck his body in the way, could have just cleared it, but he sort of flicked up off his hip and ended up going to Raheem Sterling in injury time, and he slammed it into the roof of the net. He doesn't miss those. My friend Robbie, who features on the videos when we go and watch football, won another bet. He did Sterling, first goal scorer. Does not surprise me in the slightest. He always wins. Incredible. So 1-0 to City at half time. Came out second half. Very early on, David Luiz again gets himself sent off. Comes on as a substitute, gets sent off, doesn't even finish the game. Mahrez got in past him. Luiz was pulling him back. It started outside the area. Mahrez carried on, and Luiz dragged him to the ground in the area. Referee gave a penalty, and Luiz was off. Incredible. Man City had missed the previous 4 penalties, but De Bruyne stepped up and put it into the bottom corner. 2-0, game over. Arsenal 10 men. Training exercise then. Defence against attack. There was a big incident near the end. Eric Garcia, the Man City defender, collided with his own keeper, Ederson. There was a ball over the top. Bit of rustiness. Ederson certainly wasn't rusty. He came charging out of his goal. Cleared the ball out, and he cleared Garcia out as well. He was almost out cold on the floor. 8 minutes of treatment. He needed oxygen, and he was stretchered off with a neck brace. So hopefully he will be all right. So that gave us a lot of injury time. And in the first minute of injury time, Aguero off the bench got in. Shot at goal. It came off the post, and it rolled out, fortunately, to Phil Foden, who slammed it into the roof of the net. Very comfortable win in the end for them. So they stay second, but they are now 22 points behind Liverpool, which is very, very good news for Everton fans, because now Liverpool cannot win the league at Goodison Park on Sunday, which they will be very happy about, I am sure. Arsenal stay 9th, 8 points adrift of 4th place Chelsea. Things not looking so good for them to go for Champions League qualification there. Leave your thoughts on that game there as well. Is David Luiz a calamity? Let me know your thoughts. Any other thoughts on the game? I said in yesterday's video that today they were going to be voting on how to end the National League season, and that vote has taken place. Barrow, Kings Lynn and Wildstone are set to be promoted. The National League clubs have voted to decide the leagues by points per game. So that was the National League's proposal, and they have gone for it. The decision needs final ratification from the FA. This is the same FA Council, 102 people I think it is, who unanimously null and voided steps 3 to 7. I have a strong feeling they will allow this to go through, and these promotions and playoffs will take place. Clubs overwhelmingly supported the ordinary resolution, and the league will proceed with playoffs at all steps, but they remain subject to government guidance, obviously, as we all do. The National League CEO Michael Tattersall said, "We can now look towards the completion of end-of-season playoffs." Then the National League released a statement. Following a vote by all member clubs and subject to FA Council approval, the Vanarama National League, Vanarama National League North and Vanarama National League South seasons 19-20 will be concluded with final league tables compiled on an unweighted points per game basis. The outcome is Barrow are champions of Vanarama National League, Kings Lynn Town are champions of Vanarama National League North, and Wildstone are champions of Vanarama National League South. The end-of-season playoffs will now proceed with the clubs that qualify, subject to the competition rules and the applicable government guidance on the phased return of elite sport. And the number of clubs to be relegated from the Vanarama National League will be determined so as to maintain a national division of 24 clubs. After any relegation from EFL League 2, promotion to EFL League 2, and promotion from the National League North and National League South divisions. There shall be no relegation from Vanarama National League North or South, which we knew anyway. Chief Executive Officer Michael Tattersall commented, "I congratulate each of our champions clubs on their successful campaigns. The enforced curtailment of our season does nothing to discredit the quality of the football played, and I am pleased that our clubs have overwhelmingly supported the award of their titles. We can now also look towards the completion of the end of season playoffs. So there we go, it's looking good there, but there is a biggie coming up now which may throw a spanner in the works. Excuse me a moment. The National League playoffs details are: the playoffs will only happen if 4 or more of the 6 clubs participate. Usually 6 clubs play in the playoffs. I believe the teams who finish 2nd to 7th take part. No sanctions if a club declines to participate. I've got a feeling some of them may not be able to afford it. We shall see what happens. The matches will be at clubs' own grounds and the final will be at a neutral venue. The matches are to start by the 18th of July and be completed by the 31st of July. Interesting one here, the National League is yet to confirm player registration rules for the playoffs. So if anyone makes any new sign-ins or any new loans, they don't know if they're going to be allowed or not yet. So that's to be decided. They are considering allowing 5 substitutions per game. Fair enough. That's what the Premier League has done. Championship, pretty much every other league that's come back. Here's the biggie. Clubs will be expected to pay for their own testing. That may prove to be a stumbling block. So normally the playoffs, I believe, if everyone takes part, the teams who finish 2nd and 3rd don't take part to begin with. It's usually 4th plays 7th and 5th plays 6th in an eliminator. The winners of those then take on the team who finished 2nd and the team who finished 3rd. I think they've said if all 6 teams participate, they will do it as normal like that. If only 5 teams participate, the 2 lowest ranking clubs will take part in the eliminator, and then those 4 clubs go on into the semis. If only 4 clubs take part, it'll be straight to semi-finals and then the final. If 3 or less clubs want to take part, there will be no playoffs. So leave your comments below on all of that. Let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, ring that bell. Leave your comments below, like I said, on any of the issues mentioned tonight. Have you enjoyed the return of the Premier League? I certainly did, and it did not let us down, did it, at all in that Villa game? Do you think Villa are going to stay up? I'm quite positive after that if they continue to play like that, they might actually do it. But I know what Villa are like, so I shall see how they get on against Chelsea at the weekend. Will Sheffield United make Europe? That may have put a dent in the works, but with Manchester City possibly not being allowed in, the 5th spot going to a Champions League place, that bumps down the Europa League place as well. I could quite see Sheffield United in Europe next season in some form or another. And let me know what you think about the National League. Do you think they will have playoffs? I'm hoping they do, but like I said, the clubs have got to pay for it themselves, so we shall see what happens. Like I said on the last video, I'd probably be back on Saturday, but I've come in now because of what's happened tonight. It's been incredible. So I will still hopefully come back Saturday, because tomorrow we have got the League 2 playoff semi-finals, and then Friday Premier League's back again. Norwich against Southampton and Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. After what's happened tonight, anything could happen in these next few games, so I'll probably be back Saturday, let you know my thoughts on that and any more news in the National League. We're still awaiting to find out what's going to happen to Macclesfield, that's it. I think I heard today that HMRC have hit them with a winding up order and the hearing has been postponed until September, I believe. But if you get any more news on that, we'll let you know. Obviously, we're waiting to see whether they get their points deduction and end up getting relegated to the National League instead of Stevenage. But we shall see. But there you go. That was the football tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, hit subscribe, ring that bell, and see you in the next video. Football, eh? Hawkeye, you absolute plonkers.